They sold a lot of cars this year. They had most of my money, so they paid, Motor Trend to say, yeah, they're the car of the year.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, since we're going now, you just, if you want to continue on.
Nope, not about cars.
Not today, huh? Okay, so here we are today with the Token Live, and we got special guests here today.
But wait a minute, who are you?
Yeah, I'm Marty, and you are Dave.
I'm Dave. Dave and Marty to start the party, baby.
Marty and Dave. And we have John Galvin from
Maui Hatchet.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
There we go.
The Hatchet Master.
Yeah. John, you're looking good. I like it. You're
Thanks, man.
I told you that hat looked better on you,
It
man.
takes a long time to
get you like that.
This way.
Does the wife help you in the morning and everything? I got
yeah,
you. I got you. I feel the same way, But
Yeah, his wife helps him in the morning.
it don't take much for me, I just wake up and I'm ready.
Cup of coffee and ready to go.
Yeah.
No caffeine, but
You're that far into it.
been 30 years,
Have
40
a
years
Mountain
since
Dew
I
and
had.
a coffee and everything else that goes with it to get me up and going.
So, John, you just back from Europe, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How-
We were over
how was
there.
that?
We did 8 shows in 9 days over there.
Wow. Where at?
How you like playing over there? Or where were you at?
Yeah.
Well, we were in Germany this time, which is kind of like our second home over there. Our record label's over there, SPV, and we've been with them like since '95, and so we've been going over there like every year since then.
Was it Munich or?
We do the whole
The whole
country of
country.
Germany. We did a show in Switzerland.
Nice.
And it was kind of a short run this year, but we've got because we got an album coming out actually this year sometime. We don't have the release date yet.
We have a name?
Give the title.
No title?
But it will be out. It's been done for a long time. We did that over at Abbey Road in London.
No kidding.
And,
Awesome, dude. What a historical event for you and your band too. Yeah, that's awesome.
It was such a treat, and seeing all this vintage stuff and being in the room, Studio 2 that the Beatles did all their stuff in.
Did you walk down that street and take that picture?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah,
We did
yeah.
Do you know why he
about
didn't?
10 takes of that.
Paul didn't have any shoes
I think
on?
they did it too.
Was it Paul that didn't have any shoes?
Yeah.
He said
or-
because he was wearing his shoes and they were killing his feet. He goes, "That's it. I'm taking them off." And
Yeah,
he took them off,
forget it.
and that was in the picture.
I,
and that's
I
how
don't
it
blame.
went.
I don't blame him one
There was
bit.
no point
Right.
behind it, but everybody thought, "Oh, that meant something."
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyhow, so when you did Germany, let me ask you just off the top. You guys, you said you did 8 days
Yeah.
and 7 nights.
For 8 shows in 9 days.
In 9 days. And then, so where does the tour start there? At what city?
Well, it's not always the same, but this particular time it was Munich.
Okay, it was Munich.
Yeah.
God, I love that city. I was there once. I did a couple shows with my buddies from Plow, Tom Ingham and them guys. And we played there. It was super, man. What a
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, I couldn't get over the building and the architecture of the buildings.
Yeah, everything's just ancient over there, and it's preserved so well,
Yep.
They
it's
were
got a
way
special charm to it.
they were
Sure.
way before the USA.
Oh, any of those European cities, man. In fact, as I'm going to Maine this year on a cruise with my female friend Michelle, so we have not been to that section of the country. But
Okay.
just because it's early America,
Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see the
Oh,
local.
yeah, it's nice up there.
Yeah. But you've been around, so let's see. You went through that Germany tour. Now, let me ask you this, because I've done a little bit of work over there myself, and I'm just kind of curious. When you go there, travel methods for your band, did you guys use limousine or
Well, we flew over there, obviously.
Yeah.
And,
I didn't think you swam.
and then,
I like
and
that.
then once we got there, then we had a tour bus.
Tour
waiting,
bus.
waiting on us.
Awesome.
With a trailer.
Right.
Equipment.
Cool.
That's the way it's done these days, anyhow, man.
Well,
You come into a city like if you're going to play in at the Token Lounge or Diesel or wherever, you come in, you got the bus and you got the trailer, and it's good enough,
Well, see, that's kind of cool because I remember when I went, we we didn't have the tour bus, and we had to run through the subways all the way back from Munich to Munich Airport at 4 in the morning to get back here. I had to go to work the same day. So the people at customs at Metro Airport were like, why are you in such a hurry? I go, I got to be to work. My wife's got a pot of stew on for me. I'm going to get that and I'm gone. And they go, well, you're acting a little funny. We're going to send you in this room over here. And then the guy's back there, and they're snapping on gloves and stuff. And I'm looking at my base case with me and everything. I go, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. I've been running through subways since, 2 o'clock this morning yesterday. You can put your hands wherever you want, but I'm going to suggest washing them thoroughly when you're done, because I'm not responsible for what comes afterwards. And that it worked. They go, we'll take your word for it. Go ahead. That's my custom story.
Well, when we got over there, we always go to a gig the day before, or to the city that we're playing the night before, day before, just so that we're rested up, and then we can load in early in the morning and all that stuff.
Sure.
And to leave a little leeway in case something happens. Well, so we get in there the day before the show in Munich, and none of our luggage arrived on 2 different flights. Mine and Garrett Ramsden, our drummer, who's from Detroit now, we flew together, but our flight got canceled here in Detroit. From here to Atlanta, we were going to meet the other guys from Florida.
I see.
In Atlanta, and then fly together to Munich.
It hardly ever goes
Our
right.
flight to Atlanta got canceled, and so the airline says, well, we're putting you on another flight. It's to Frankfurt to Munich. But you're going to change to Lufthansa Airlines.
Yep.
Okay. So we get on, we fly over there, we change planes, and there was kind of a discrepancy about our luggage, but our luggage, we know, was checked all the way to Munich. We get to Munich, there's no luggage. So we file a report, and they're like, well, there's a flight every hour from Frankfurt. It'll be there.
One of light.
We were there all day, every hour, nothing. The next morning, nothing.
Oh.
And the other guys came in from Atlanta, and all their stuff was gone too, including guitars, merchandise, everything. Nobody had any clothes.
Oh, man.
We were like flipping out. We thought,
I imagine.
how are we gonna, play a show tomorrow night and then
Wearing the same clothes you wore since you got there.
Yeah, we have nothing.
Let's find Target and the music store real quick.
Yeah, Orschpaming. We're going to find someplace.
Gonna have
Well,
renting.
anyways, long story short, the next day everything started showing up just in time to go load in and play. I mean, we had to move the show back an hour or so,
Right.
and we pulled it off and
Came out. Did you guys bring your own gear as far as amplification and all that?
Oh, yeah.
we usually play on rented gear everywhere we go.
Oh, backline.
Oh.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the same when I was there. And it was weird because I played over some amp I was unfamiliar with. It was, I don't know, Russian made or something, Kushkinov or something.
Yeah. Which is another thing. We had an opening band that played, on the whole tour, and they happened to have a keyboard player, luckily. And the piano that the rental company gave me wasn't working right,
Uh-huh.
and they said they couldn't get another one. It was too far away or this or that. So the opening band says, well, you can use my keyboard.
Awesome.
And luckily, it did the job, and I ended up using his keyboard the whole.
John,
which is a
that's a
good thing.
camaraderie between musicians
thing,
too.
yeah.
Is that especially with an opening act, because they're proud to be playing with you. You know what I mean? So they'll do anything to help you out if there's an issue. They're like more than happy.
Well, they're able to say, these dudes from Molly Hatchet played on my keyboards.
Yeah, right. He tickled the ivories right here, buddy.
Well, we played with some great opening bands, and some of them went on to be really big.
Right.
This band New Roses. Okay, they used to open for us over there all the time. And at the time, they were called the Timmy Ruff Band. He was the leader of the band. And eventually they changed their name to the New Roses, and then they got a record deal. And then now they're playing arenas, and they even did a tour with Kiss.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so they're doing good.
Yeah.
There was just some young guys you come across when you're down yeah. I was mentioning earlier when you showed up that I remember seeing the group at Center Stage. I'm not. Did you ever play there at the Center Stage?
I never played at Center Stage.
Okay, then it must have previously when they first came out.
Yeah.
But we won't go into it. It was just a good show. And I used to, when I started playing the bar circuit, I mean, Flirting with Disaster was one of my first bass lines that I kicked out. And that was and you know, they used horns and everything on that particular recording. It just sounded good.
Yeah.
And, you know, I was a big Southern rock fan, so Ricky Medlock, I auditioned for his group years ago out in Ann Arbor and at Al Nally's and stuff. So, I mean, it was that sunk into me. But Molly Hatchet was always a big favorite of mine. And I don't remember either. We were doing a show at the Did you ever do that?
Yes.
Okay. Then you were there that year, I think, when, because I recall looking at you that I...
How long you been in the band, John?
I started, well, actually, I started with Danny Joe Brown, the singer from Molly Hatchet. He left Molly Hatchet right at the height of their career in 1980. Okay. Right after Flirting with Disaster came out. He left the band, decided to go solo. Well, I was in his solo band. We did an album. Lynn Johns was the producer. It was really a fun experience, and that lasted a couple years, and then he went back to Molly Hatchet because the singer that they hired in the meantime
Wasn't getting it.
wasn't working out the way they hoped. So Danny went back to the band, and he says, "Man, you're coming with me, you know, I'm gonna get you back in there." So I'm
Cool.
like, "Oh, yeah, cool."
Yeah.
So they did another album with Danny called No Guts, No Glory, and they called me to come in and play keys on it, which I did, and I wasn't in the band yet, but I just did the keys on that album. That was in 83. 84 is when I booked up to join the band. I took Steve Holland's place.
So 50 years,
Guitar
brother.
player.
Like 50 years, huh?
A long time.
I'm going to show you a picture I've got out in my truck. I brought it with me of the Center Stage and Molly Hatchet. Some pictures I got were of Molly Hatchet at different points in time.
Yeah.
And I might have, you might have stuck your head out the dresser. I remember I was the keyboard player, because that was my favorite person in the group, to be honest with you. And it may have been you or the guy previous. But somebody stuck their head out the door, the dressing room door, and said, "No, we don't take no pictures, man." And I snapped the picture anyhow. And I got it with him looking out at me going, you know, "Hey, we don't take it."
Okay. No, when they played at Center Stage, I was a fan. I hadn't even met any of those guys yet.
Are you from the Detroit area?
I moved here
Ohio.
in 76.
Oh,
You were from Ohio, right?
Yeah.
okay. Great state of Ohio. I love it because whenever I'm traveling and I come into Ohio from Kentucky, I go, my freaking neighbors, I love them. You know, it's just weird because you
You're the
feel
first person I've ever seen.
Oh, it's my name.
You'll hear a lot of weird things from this guy.
Well,
if
I
you
don't
stick
know.
around long enough.
I was at a Cleveland Browns game and they versus Detroit Lions, but the Detroit Tigers were playing Boston Red Sox in playoffs, and we beat Cleveland, of course, and the Browns and the Lions. But we went to a bar afterwards, and all the guys in the bar were rooting for the Tigers. You know, that's my neighbors from Ohio. I love that, man. Now, if Michigan gets wiped out by Ohio in the football, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, my brothers from Ohio are going to win that. You know what I mean?
Well, I can say it was a great place to grow up. I have nothing but great memories of that place. And I spent probably my early childhood in Cleveland, and then we moved to Lima area,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you remember the Squirty Worm in Lima? It was a car wash.
Yeah, it was right downtown, almost across from
I'm
the club in
surprised
town.
I haven't heard of that.
It was a car wash that was like a 10-bay car wash.
It was
with
next door.
A worm on the top.
It was the next door to our hotel room.
bar that's across the street we used to play at.
Okay.
And we got up on the worm.
But
and
we
took a
rode
little
the
ride.
sporty worm. We all went up there and drunk at night and climbed up on top. Woohoo!
No, they're usually known for Cupid Burger
Is that it?
downtown.
Yeah.
It's a burger place with this little Cupid doll in the front.
No
And,
kidding.
We like the Squirty Worm, bro.
And they had a turntable, like when you drove, because they were downtown, and they had a parking lot, but it was just one way in, basically, one way out. And they had a turntable that you could put your car on, and it would turn your car around. So
Get you
Go
out.
back the other way.
Yeah.
You know, earlier we were talking, I was talking about Tanya, who it just came to me, Savage Grace, because they were from the Dayton area, but they basically resided in the Franklin area.
Yeah.
But right there by Lima.
Yeah.
And, of course, they played that whole circuit back in the 70s and 80s, too. Savage Grace, she was Tanya's a great singer, and I loved
Oh,
watching
I
these
remember
guys.
Savage Grace.
Okay, then, yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Well, that's she and I and a group of guys did a show for Marty's brother, I think it was. When they were having- yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did some shows for me too. For like, it was what's his name? The one guitar player. Jeez.
Isn't it funny? We're gonna
He got in a car accident and he had some issues where he couldn't work and everything, and so
So you did a benefit for him at the token.
yeah. Oh yeah, at the Token, and you had a drummer that my son played ball with his son.
Okay.
What was Osgood or Oz something or
Osborne?
Osborne? There you go. Yeah.
And folks, that's a Token Lounge too. Are you guys? Do you guys?
You played
Play
at the
there?
Token out Lounge.
Played there twice.
Yeah.
Oh, as Molly Hatchet?
Yeah.
When's the next time you're going to play there? Do you have any idea? Whenever the promoter calls you.
Yeah, whatever they call it.
I would love
Whenever
to see
John
you guys,
calls and
man.
I
says-
would love to play there.
I
Whenever-
would love to see you guys play there, man.
Whenever John calls and says, "Hey, we want you to do some play here."
We played at that other place in Wyandotte a couple years ago.
Oh, that's another. Isn't that
Not
the one that closed?
not the 142 you played at.
the one that
The
closed?
142,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
No, the other place closed. It was
Yeah.
on the water.
that's too bad because
It was really nice in there, you know.
Was it? I
Now
don't
the
remember.
as far as the Token Lounge goes, we've got lots of bands coming up there that I'd like to see all of them. I just can't get up there and see them all, man. But there's so many new groups that are doing covers, a cover of a particular band or, tribute to a particular band. And it's
Right.
awesome to see these guys because
Right.
some of these guys are right on, spot on. But nobody needs to do a Molly Hatchet yet because they're sitting right here, man. I mean, this is the thing. That's why I want to come see you guys. It's just, you and I were talking about Keith Everson earlier. I remember.
Right.
I remember I was talking to or doing a show with Tony Valerio, and this guy was he was a keyboard player in Detroit. Oh, doggone it! I don't see him. He played out a lot of Motown stuff. And I had talked to him earlier and said, "Hey, when's the last time you talked to Keith Emerson?" And he goes, "Oh, it's been a while since I talked to him, but he was right up there in par with that Emerson." Darn if I can't remember.
Prog
his name.
rock.
Prague.
The Prog rock. That's what Emerson, Lake and Palmer was. Prog rock.
Oh, that's what they labeled
Just like
it.
Yes.
Before the label.
And Brian
Just like
Auger
Yes.
is the guy I'm thinking of. Brian Auger.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was a
Brian
great.
Auger.
Express.
Yeah. I worked with that guy in many different
right.
incarnations.
I think it was you and I that
Or
might have done the
something.
show down at 6 Mile Woodward. I don't know. But anyhow, I love talking about keyboard players. It's my favorite instrument when it comes down to bands. And it's so rare to find one that plays a good piano and everything and a sax player too. But to just be able to play with those musicians fills my body with this. Okay, I'm complete now. I'm not in a 3-piece. I'm not in a 4-piece. I am in a complete band.
Yeah.
And when you add that piano and any keyboard to it,
I thought John would be the next keyboard player for Leonard Skinner. Sure.
He may be. You never
You
know.
know,
what?
when
I
what's his name
actually-
passed away, I would thought the first thing that came to my mind was, they gotta use this guy.
Yeah, when Billy Powell died, I did actually send him a letter offering any services. You know, if
Right.
they needed someone to fill in. I wasn't looking to take anyone's job or become anything that I wasn't. You know, but I offered anyway to help out.
Right.
And,
We seen a good show at the Token together. You just got off the plane and you came there.
Mitch Ryder.
Mitch Ryder.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you go, man. There you go.
And Tony was there.
I was listening to something. It was an interview with him on the radio
Right.
in an airport somewhere.
Right.
And I'm like, he still sounds really good.
Yeah, he does. He don't move too much, but he sounds good.
I'm like, I gotta see this guy, and he's playing like as soon as I get back. I said,
Yeah.
I have to rush
Go
over
see
there.
it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I never saw Creedence Clearwater Revival, and when I finally John Fogerty had the opportunity to start playing his own music again,
Yeah.
I had to go see him.
Yeah.
And I saw him at Fine Knob. And the guy was close to 80 years old, and he sang like Mitch Ryder, like he was like he was 20 years old. I'm going, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I don't think you lose your voice too much. I think you lose more or less, the moves or, I've seen Chuck Berry, and that broke my heart the last time I seen him, because he had another guitar player playing, and never would he have ever let that happen,
Right.
But yeah, and I mean he was sort of stumbling through some solos and stuff, and it just it broke my heart that they had to continue out playing like that, and
I was downtown many years ago, I'm going to say, but when you mentioned Mitch Ryder, he was playing at, what's that joint right there on Cass Avenue by 94?
St. Andrews Hall,
Nope.
Cass Avenue,
Yeah, Cass and 94.
94.
Right there. It's a pretty good sized venue. But he was doing a sound check, and I went in there and got a sandwich. And I go, oh, Tony was in there. But it's Elvin's Diner. Elvin's.
That's an old, that was
Old
way
school.
back
That's
in
right.
the day.
A lot
yeah.
of people played there.
Yeah.
But
It was sort of like the Token Lounge type of deal, and
Yeah.
the St. Andrews Hall, and
Yeah.
Well, I missed the boat on seeing a lot of these local Detroit bands
because you're playing.
working all the time.
Yeah.
Even before this.
Oh, yeah.
Before this band, I was in a house band right down the street at the All Around Lounge. for 10
Exactly.
years.
Yeah. Something Railroad, or what was the name of the band?
Coalition.
Coalition. There you go.
I was there from 90 to 95 when the band was regrouping the Mariachi.
We should buy that place, man. It's for sale.
We
It's
should.
for sale. And the
mean,
guy,
that place-
the guy offered it to me before. He said, "Man, look, I'll just get you started. You can, run it. We'll work out a deal on how much and everything." And I said, I've been through the headache of a bar before. I'm not going to go back into it again. It's not going to happen.
Matter
that
of
was.
fact, we played at the Soaring Eagle not too long ago, October or November, and the old owners of the hall came to the
Well, yeah,
show.
because he's got another
He's
place
got
up
a
north.
place up
Yep,
there,
yep.
Houghton Lake.
Yep,
and,
yep.
yeah.
He's a nice guy. He's a good guy. Yeah.
Dave Carlson.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember a fella that was remember Top Sail down on 4th Street?
Oh yeah, that was what's his name? The father and son Keith
They
and
were Indian, American Indian.
yeah, Keith and something. His dad. I don't remember his dad's name, but
Oh,
Keith
he was
was
a
the
tough
son.
old boy. Yeah.
Keith was the son. Oh yeah, he was a tough guy. He was no joke. That's
No,
for sure.
I know it.
But back in those days, we were playing 6-7 nights a week. I would play on the off nights with other people and stuff.
Yeah, we did a benefit there at the All Around. That bar's been around a long time. Is that name too? Long
They used to
time.
have people like Loretta Lynn play
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
Well, David
the
Allen
house
Coe.
right across the street was where they would
Yeah,
put 'em
exactly. Yeah, David Allen Coe used to play there a lot.
David Allen
Yeah,
Coe.
and I couldn't stand that dude. Let me tell you.
Well, with-
Me and him had a huge issue, man.
no.
I ain't gonna go down that road. But
With Molly Hatchet, I mean, you guys got to stay pretty busy during the touring season. stuff
during the
like-
summer,
we
the,
stay busy, but we usually just play on the weekends.
Is it?
and that's usually it. I mean, the whole time that I did audio stuff. It's the same thing. You can't go see nobody. We were doing a little show at Harpo's, and I told the front of house guy I was doing Wanderers. I said, listen, man, Ozzy's playing at the Fox. We know everybody there. They're gonna let us right in. So we left. We went there, watched Ozzy. Came back to the place, had a riot. Everything got tore up. All the stuff was tore off the stage.
Oh, wow.
And I mean, I was like, man, we're in trouble, bro.
Brian doing sound?
It was lucky we weren't here. Huh?
Brian Boucher doing sound?
Oh, where at?
At the Fox.
No, he was lighting guy.
Okay.
He wasn't a sound guy.
Okay.
But his brother Mark was, who now
Mark.
has dementia, and I, it just breaks my heart when that happens to somebody, man. We'll give you a shout out to him. I'll give a shout out to Terry Smith, the brother that I lost a few years ago, was a drummer. Really good guy. Probably one of my best friends.
I've been trying to
I
get
talk
hold-
to him every day.
Trying to get a hold of Greg Danik. I have placed, I don't know how many calls to Greg, and I've not yet received.
Yeah,
Just
and-
like
and,
Nick at Detroit
He
Rock
died
City.
during COVID too, man. It was a sad situation, man. Let me tell you. I mean, that COVID thing was just,
Oh yeah, that really messed things up.
yeah.
We didn't play much that year.
No.
But
No.
we did manage to squeeze in like 3 shows that year.
Yeah, wasn't that
We
crazy?
pulled up. We were in Daytona on March 13th, 2020. That was the day that the president came on and shut everything
The
down.
world stood still.
Yeah. We were at the stage, loading the stage. It was an outdoor stage. This place, Doghouse. And so we're loading our stuff on stage. And all of a sudden, the announcement comes on. Not going to be any more entertainment. Blah, blah, blah.
Nothing live, no sporting events, all that.
And our guys were going, "Get the money! Hurry up!"
Get paid, man. Let's go.
We had the same thing at Ford Motor Company. I went into work, and they were like, nobody started their job yet. Why? Well, because you're getting sent home. And
Yeah.
that was it. I didn't have to go back until March something.
Yeah.
Got inoculated.
Well, we did that show, and we ended up doing the show. I loved to play, and then we did another show in Florida. It was like at a campground. It was almost like a secret thing.
Right.
Was
yeah.
it
Just
luxurious
for the
motorhomes?
campers. Huh?
Luxurious motorhomes and stuff like that?
No.
Okay.
It was like old ass
It was on a
Trailer
river.
park.
pop-ups and
On
stuff.
a river, and yeah, there was some couple boats out there. And stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then we played at an amusement park in Arkansas.
Wow.
And they had people
They weren't taking no shit there.
sitting 6 feet away from each other on a big field.
Wow.
And, it was weird.
Wow.
Really weird.
I worked with Butch Stone and Davis. They were from Black Oak,
Black
Arkansas.
Oak, Arkansas.
I was. They were looking at managing a group I was in California, and they were managing at the time Extreme. So every time we played anywhere out in California, I was playing opening for Extreme. And then they came here to Detroit, and Butch Stone would. I'd call him up, hey, man, give me a pass. I'd take a couple girls over there to see the show at the main act or wherever it was. But that was Black Oak.
What was that, Ruby?
Jim Daniel to the rescue.
Yeah.
Right.
Who was the lady though? There was
Ruby
a lady.
Starr.
Yeah, Ruby Starr. Yeah, she was from Milwaukee. Because when I worked with Vinny from Sponge, when he was a drummer in a band called Warp Drive, we played there, and we went and seen her perform there in Milwaukee. So it was really, because I remember, Midnight Special and Concert,
Yeah, right,
and those dudes
right.
were on it, and that was always really cool.
Yeah, that's good old.
So John, you guys don't have right now. Your curriculum isn't filled up for the beginning of the season.
No.
Okay,
A few dates for the next couple of months.
and then it'll start booking
That's
up.
all that's showing up right now. I go on the website. My schedule from the website, like everyone else.
Let me ask you something about you personally. So, when you first got started in keyboards, I mean, it's so interesting to me about keyboard players because were you educated professionally to where you had to read and all that, or?
Yeah, when I was in Cleveland, I was only in Cleveland until the 5th grade. My dad was a bus driver in Cleveland.
Oh wow.
And my aunt, I had an aunt that was fiddling,
Okay.
and she owned a bar. And when we visited her, she had an old upright piano in the bar. And it was just one of those neighborhood bars. There wasn't many people in there. Just
All the
people
locals.
sitting at the bar. So I'd go in there and I'd just tinkle around on the piano. And so my mom said, maybe we should get you a piano you can play on or something, you know. So they got me a piano. And she signed me up at this place called Cleveland Institute of Music. And she would take me by train, a 30-minute train ride for a half-hour lesson once a week.
No kidding.
Yeah. And so we did that until they moved to Lima, which was my mom and dad's hometown. Moved to Lima, and then I started with this private instructor, Don Carlos, and his wife, Carolyn. She was also a teacher. That's all they did, was teach piano.
Wow.
And he had one of those big 9-foot Steinway brands. I learned everything about it. And he was cool because he had his own jazz band. He had different bands that he played with, but he was a reader, not so much someone
Playing by
that could just
ear.
hear something.
Yeah,
and
yes.
play it.
Right.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, I had my son working with a guy teaching him piano too years ago, and he was an older guy, and I would say, hey, you ever heard this song? And yeah, you got the sheet music for it? I'll play it, but he couldn't.
Yeah.
Well,
Just
see, again, the funny thing about his line of music that questions me is a lot of times that style of music isn't taught professionally as, you know, the temporary piano.
rock and roll is
Right. So when you guys go out on your own, you start developing your own, you know, curriculum
Yeah,
styles.
you know what feels good to you and what sounds good, and yeah, you develop your own style.
Yeah, and
just like a guitar player.
Sure, you find this interesting and to play, you know, and I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I've looked online and Facebook and it'll show, they put this piano up in some airport and these boogie woogie guys will get on there
Oh, yeah.
and they get the four-hand accompaniment going.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this just, I just love it.
Yeah.
It's so
yeah, I like
entertaining.
watching that. Dude will come up with a violin.
Oh, yeah,
Start playing.
yeah.
Then a girl will say, "Can you play this?" I sing
Yeah.
it, you know, and she'll sing it. And then you had the one dude. I'm not gonna remember his name, but all of a sudden he pops up, and it's his song that was getting ready to play, and he sung it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, that's really. Or you see those street musicians, you know,
Yep.
Yeah.
and a guy will pop up, you know, like Seal. I
Yeah.
seen him do it onto it, you know, where, hey, that's my song. I'll sing it, you know. Oh,
Yeah,
you know, the
right.
guy's looking at him going, oh no, you know.
I seen the one with the Ukrainian girl. She was just a youngster
Yeah,
playing that violin,
yeah.
and she was a street musician, and ended up just phenomenal. How about the girl that was a street musician that was singing with Rod Stewart? He saw her in a subway.
Yeah,
she was doing something, and he goes, "Wait a minute, I'm doing a show."
She was from
Like-
Ireland or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
She's
and-
really pretty.
And he said,
Really
I'm
pretty.
going to invite you. She was so intimidated
Yeah.
of being on stage, but she still did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, that never happens to me. That'd be like,
Well,
you
we know why. No.
It's just, you know, right place at the right time sometimes.
Well, that's the thing. But I always said to myself, a keyboard player has such a bigger venue available to him than a bass player, a guitar player. We're all by the
That's how I talk.
Otherwise,
You're kind of like maybe an acoustic guitar player that can sit down and
Yeah,
play
and play
sing a
anything,
song,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and be entertaining all by himself.
Or on the
you know,
campfire or
that's kind
something,
of where the
yeah.
piano lies.
But
you
the
know?
piano, look at. The women will flock to piano players, okay? Because listen,
Where's this at?
Yeah. Well, you're married, so just you can, you know. But I mean, if you can play the piano, you'll swoon, you know, girl, easily. You know, you play a Elton John song or whatever, oh, you know, they'll fall in love with you.
Well, and that's the thing about, I always said about piano. My brother and I are both musicians, and Kevin's been on the show before. But I would sit there and I'd say, I wish Dad would have gave me piano lessons, because that's the only instrument I know that is self-entertaining. You can play a bass line down and then still do a melody here and a rhythm all on this hand, and it's just fascinating to me that
you watch John.
It's like any other instrument. Once you learn that keyboard, and and Marty, you touched on it earlier. I used to sit in my room with a complete blackout and put on Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yeah.
And I would play "Welcome Back, My Friends" to the show, but I wouldn't watch my hands on the bass. And that the key was, I wanted to learn that neck so well that I could relate with the audience and make eye contact.
Right.
So
that's a good idea.
Yeah. So
well, there's a bass player,
and I can play it, and I can look out and go, "Hey, what did?"
There's a bass player that John uses at the bar sometimes, and he's got that little thing, you know, that will play he'll play a bass line, and it'll play the bass line. And then he'll do
loop?
Yeah, a loop. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like in love with. He's got a man crush on the guy, but
that guy is awesome.
no, he is really good. He is really
I
good.
can't remember his name. I saw him at the Token in this guy.
Yeah.
Somebody was just telling me about that the other day.
Yeah,
this friend of mine in Nashville. He's like, "Yeah, I just got this thing, man, and I'll lay down this bass part.
Yeah.
I got a drum machine going, and the bass part will start playing, and I'll just play my guitar along with it, and it sounds like a whole band."
It was a
let the juices
16-year-old
flow.
girl on America's Got Talent, right?
Yeah.
And she blew what's his name away. Simon just was blown away by her, you know, because she played the drums, she played guitar, she played the bass,
Yeah.
she sung.
She was an Aldo Nova.
Yeah, everything, you know, and she really put on a good performance, you know, for that age to be able to do all that together and put it all together. That was
Do you
something.
remember not Rick Wakeman, but in Yes, the bass player.
Rick Wake. Oh,
And
the
he
bass
did,
player.
yeah, the bass player in Yes, and he did.
Yeah.
That was all bass.
The big dude, big guy, isn't he? White-haired.
can't
He
think of
passed
his
away
name.
just recently, I think.
How could I not remember
Bass
his
player
name? He's a
from Yes.
fantastic bass
I know.
player. When he did Roundabout and all that stuff, man. But the whole band, Yes, was good. Gentle Giant, good.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, kids in the
Chris Squire.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Chris Squire, but I thought he was a guitar player.
No, Chris Squire. Yeah, he did that whole. They were messing around in the studio, and they did this. He started doing this, and he goes, "I'm just gonna do. Can I play the lead and the rhythm and everything?" And then boom, all that is a complete 4 different tracks of bass sections that he put together, and he came up at the end of that too.
Not easy to do live though.
No. And then here's another one. Keith Emerson, when he was doing Lucky Man at the end, they didn't want to leave all that sound in when he went into the real low.
Yeah.
They didn't want to leave that in, but he was just messing around with his keys to find out what kind of sounds he was getting out of it. And Greg Lake and Carl Palmer.
Well, he had that wild thing with all the wires and all that stuff. You know,
Patch
where-
Bay that looks like it's from outer space.
Yeah, and how you would even.
I have no idea. Nothing about that.
I would even
Nothing
think.
about
I'm
it.
like, it's like the size of the wall there, and I'm going,
Yeah.
what do you do? You know?
Where do you even start?
Yeah.
I mean,
How do you?
There was
how
probably
do you
just one
remember?
chord going from the back of the keyboard to a marshalling.
How do
but
you
speaking
remember
of
all that?
In Lima, there was this one concert venue back when I was a teenager called the Upstairs Ballroom, and I saw Frigid Pink there, and different bands. But one of my favorites was Mike Quattro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Susan
Right.
Quattro's brother.
Yeah, he was a keyboard player. He was like kind of like a Keith Emerson kind of guy. He had all this stuff, and I remember when he came on stage, he'd flip a switch, and it started making this noise like a.
It was firing up.
And then he'd flip another switch, and another sound would come on until all these
The-
different
the
sounds
Leslie
were
would be
playing, and then
going.
he'd start
Yeah.
playing along with it, and it was like very cool.
Yeah.
It's like a loop thing type of
Yeah.
deal, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
was
those
thinking
guys.
of, you mentioned that, Susie Quattro, Susie did herself.
She's real popular in Germany.
Yeah, yeah.
She's huge over there.
And then he's got a brother, Patty, that plays guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
She played with him a few times, but she was in the band.
My buddy was Susie's lighting guy for many years. You know, and he went everywhere. They went everywhere, man. But she's more popular in Europe and that area than in the United States.
It was Hendrix to start with.
But she was Pinky Tuscadero too, right?
Yes,
right.
Yeah, on Happy Days, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that got her a few looks, you know.
Yeah. There was a benefit in Detroit a few years back that she was part of. I went down there. Someone invited me down there.
I thought she got into the Hall of Fame, didn't
Watch,
she?
and she was there. Mark Brenner was there.
Yeah, yeah.
A bunch of local people.
Wasn't that Terry Knight that was playing with Grand Funk Railroad?
Yeah, he was the manager.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Yeah.
But
Remember
yeah,
Terry
he
Knight
was
was
also leader of the Terry Knight in the Pack.
In the
which
Pack, yeah, yeah.
Kind of became.
Remember they did foot stomping music? I love that sound.
That keyboard sound? Yeah, yeah. With the Leslie,
and
that's a
that was
B3.
foot-stomping music
That's a
right
B3 right there, brother. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
All their stuff that was done with like a B3, that sound, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
who was the
Craig
keyboard player in that?
Frost.
Yeah,
Craig
Craig Frost.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. You had mentioned
He's a
Frigid
singer
Pink.
too.
And I was down here at a car show on 4th Street, and I took my Lincoln down there, that white Lincoln, the Pimpmobile.
Right.
And I parked it right next to this guy who had a beautiful 1970 Chrysler Hearst. It had a Chrysler 300 Hearst. And so it was cream and gold. And I'm going, they only made a handful of those, and they only make 3 of them in convertibles. And we started chatting, and what turned out it was from Frigid Pink. The drummer, he had given me some albums and stuff, so I still got them at home and stuff. But that wasn't too long ago. That was about 5 years ago.
Rick Stevers.
Is that his name?
Drummer,
He's still, right here, still in Detroit.
Yeah.
He owns he lives in Lincoln Park.
Okay.
He owns the name of
Frigid Pink.
Right.
Yeah. He was looking for guys to play with him to do background vocals.
Well,
and
he's
stuff.
been releasing some stuff with different people under the name Frigid Pink.
Uh-huh.
A couple, over the last 10 years or so, he's released a couple albums.
Yeah.
I think
But,
that I think
the
that's
original singer. I always wanted to meet the original singer, and a friend of mine knew him really well. A friend of mine in Flat Rock. He was, "Come on over, I got a surprise for you." Went over there, and he was there. And he went by Kelly Green on the album, but his real name was Tom Mosry.
Ah.
And he ended up passing away also. But as far as I know, the rest of the stuff is still going. Rest are alive. I met
Right.
the guitarist once. And he's in Wyandotte. Yeah, they're all still
yeah,
around.
yeah.
You know,
It's like this guy here. He's from Wyandotte area too. There.
Is he?
Yeah. What's his name? Derek St. Holmes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was from Georgia.
No, I think he grew up in Wyandotte. I thought.
Oh.
Yeah, and then that's why he came here and played at the Token around Christmas and stuff, you know,
Oh, okay.
for that reason or whatever, maybe family or what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was originally in Ted Nugent's band and
was it
wrote a
your
lot of
Boy
that.
Dukes?
He wrote no.
Okay.
He was in Ted.
The app-
He wrote Stormtrooper and a lot of those
Oh, yeah,
songs.
yeah.
Was his stuff.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen of the Jungle. I've heard of that.
That was a great album.
Queen of the Jungle.
Queen of the
they used,
Forest.
Queen of the Forest. That's it. He used a
I
marimba.
was wondering. I'm thinking the jungle.
But I'm going, wait a minute. I'm thinking.
Where the hell was that Queen in the Jungle at?
Thinking about the marimba. The solo in there.
That's Georgia Jungle.
Oh, yeah, right.
She's the Queen of the
70s cartoons, man.
Forest.
They'll wipe you out.
He did that. He's a really good singer though too, you know.
Oh.
And guitar player and everything. And
Oh, he still is.
yeah, no doubt, man.
We've done some shows with him.
Yeah.
This past year.
Yeah. Have you?
With Randy Peebles playing
Yeah,
bass.
and Lawrence Wilson playing
Yeah,
drums.
Lawrence
Randy.
on drums, yeah.
God damn you, Randy.
Yeah. He
Me and Randy, we
I grew up
talk
with Lawrence's
frequently.
brother. I grew up with Lawrence's brother, played hardball with him growing up and everything.
Oh, okay.
And Lawrence was, always get away from that kid. Yeah. But he is a great drummer, man.
He is.
He's been doing it. I worked with him in a band called Riff Raff. And yeah, Mark Aloya was the singer. Yeah. And
Marcus, okay.
yeah.
I remember the Gunnar Ross. working with Gunnar Ross, and they asked me to play bass for him in the Almighty Strut, and I didn't really take him serious. I wished I would have, because I might have been playing with Gunnar and with Ted, but who knows what happened.
Well, Ted used what's his name for the bass player?
Oh yeah, Michael Lutz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cool because when I
He's
did
good.
it.
I like Mike.
Yeah,
Great
listen,
bass.
listen. You don't do half-ass anything with that guy. It better be right on. You know, he's really.
He was a Henry Reck guy. So
He's a-
Henry had the studio, the schoolhouse out in Ann Arbor. I used
yeah.
to record there too.
He played at my benefit. Him and Arlen did a thing. What were the two brothers that used to do the back in the 50s? They were real popular on there. I can't think of, but they did a thing about that was those two guys, and they're back rehearsing in the back room and stuff before the show, and I'm back there listening to them. I'm like, that sounds great.
Wait a minute, was that when they did a
Beverly Brothers. They called them the Beverly Brothers, though, or
Was
something.
that when they did a benefit for Add a Face to Me for you?
When they did a benefit for who?
Add a Face to Me.
Yeah, there you go. You see? Yeah, yeah.
He can take it. He can dish it out, but he can take
Let
it.
me go get my gun. Yeah.
Don't get that Chinese one I got today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that guitar that he bought is really weird, man. Because it's supposed to be like the way you hold your hand. It's supposed to be sort of the frets are sort of on that angle.
John, you might know, or you might remember this. I remember going to Garden City Music back in about 1974 in Garden City. Bob Owens worked there. He ended up being our sound man for many years.
Oh, Bob Owens
Bob
from
Owens. Yeah, from Arnold Williams.
Arnold Williams. Yeah.
Bobby, he was showing me a guitar there. It was a 1974 Rickenbacker 481 slant fret. And what they did was they slanted the frets up towards the body of the guitar, so it was ergonomically correct with your wrist placement. Rick kept them out, I think, till about 1982. They didn't sell a lot of them. They're very rare guitars. They look like the 4001 bass.
Yeah.
They're beautiful guitars. I had one. I sold it to my buddy Tim. It burned up in the fire. Anyhow, this particular guitar is geared on the same, principle. They call it a fan fret now, and it just kind of slowly slants up as you get. But this guitar, I can't. It's headless.
It's like 4 pounds.
But I just can't believe the weight of it. And we were talking about it earlier, and it's like, man, I had put a Les Paul on my shoulder and played it for an hour and a half, and that's not a good deal.
Right.
13 pounds on your shoulder for an hour and a half.
Well, I'm waiting for them to come along with something like that with keyboards too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? I think it was. It might have been. Rick.
Now that we're all kind of pushing 40,
40, yeah. You mean playing 40 years? You mean
40, man, I'll tell you.
40 years on the keyboards? Oh wow.
Remember they were coming out with those ones you guys used to hold over
Yeah,
your shoulder and then.
yeah, the guitar.
Yeah, but it
Yeah.
played. It
Was
changed
that what they
the.
called it? A guitar?
Yeah, they changed the note. You know who Phil May is? Phil May?
No.
You know him?
No.
He was
What, did he come out in June?
yeah. He was in a band with Mo Shaughnessy. The Front they
Okay,
were
Mo.
called. The Front they were called. And he had one of the. He used the guitar synth stuff, and that.
An album by the front.
Yeah.
I do recall the front.
Yeah. Ed D was the keyboard player. Eddie
From
D.
here?
Yeah.
Ed D, wasn't he from Mariah?
Yeah, and so was Philip May and Mariah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry,
And
guys.
Phil,
I apologize.
Phil got a really
do
good
recall,
voice.
yeah.
He goes. He's in one of the 50 amp fuses now or something, or was, because I guess they have a few of them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So they can
remember
play
when they were
different.
called Ultraviolet.
Oh yeah.
They played right at the end of my block at the Sand Trap.
Oh yeah.
Played
The
there.
Sand Trap.
Yeah.
that goes back
It's
a
still
while.
there, isn't it?
No.
There's a new one. There's a new sand trap. It's on, I'm going to say Sibley Road heading towards 4th Street. It's off the golf course.
Okay.
It's called the Sand Trap. Yeah.
I
But
don't know if it's the same people. They
No,
changed
probably
to
not.
the Blue Line or something like that after that.
Yeah.
And then it closed, and now it's a pet store.
Yep.
Pets.
Yep.
Oy
that was-
vey.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Only in Taylor, Tucky.
So anyhow,
And
we're
they
still
don't
on.
want they don't want anybody to say that, bro. The administration, they're so against hearing that. It's unbelievable. That's why I love to say it. You know?
We're still on Token Talk live here. It's Marty and John and I, are John from Molly Hatchet, and Marty and myself, just old Detroiters hanging around. We haven't been able to get to the Token lately because, to be honest with you, John's out of town.
We could have done it, but
Well,
we didn't want to.
We got our little flyer back here, but that's going to be changed, and we're going to go back to the club and start doing the broadcast from the club again as soon as John gets back to Mexico. Which doesn't mean the bar is closed. It means the club is still open, and they still have things going on at the venue.
Yep,
and
yep.
I'm not sure, Marty, if you have all that listed with you.
I'm gonna try to find it again.
Okay, and this is where the dead air comes in.
Yeah. Well, you don't have no problem with talking. Just keep on.
No, that's what I said. I
Yeah.
got John right here, man, and I love talking about keyboards, so I'm ready to go about it, man. So when you were growing
All right, well,
up, we went.
I found it.
Hang on, now you're done. So when you were growing up in Lima, and you after your traditional education in Cleveland, and you went to Lima, what inspired you to get into the more honky tonk style of keys?
Okay. Well, when I was in Lima, still, working up, I was still probably a teenager, getting into my later teens, and I'm by this point, I'm playing all this stuff by, it's on the radio.
Great
Elton John,
balls of fire.
Barry Manilow, and
Yeah.
all these piano players, and Leon Russell and stuff. And
Good, Leon.
You ever seen him?
Huh?
You ever seen him,
Yeah.
Leon?
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. I met him one time.
Leon and Mary Russell.
But I don't think he liked it. But he was doing a sound check and he was sitting on stage, and kind of walked out there and said, "Hey, how you doing?"
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, that's a big treat to you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He used to play at Sully's all the time.
did he?
Dearborn. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
walking
missed
on
the boat on that place too.
Yeah, because we're working. The only reason I knew it because I was mixing there.
I
You
saw
know.
one show there, and it was
Yeah.
Guitar Shorty.
Oh yeah.
I loved him.
Yeah. And I
He would play guitar and solos and do somersaults at the same time.
It's like Mike's Forsythe. from
Oh, like
Zeuston.
Gatemouth Brown. He always had the big pipe in his mouth,
Really?
and he kept lighting it all. Even he would still be performing. Hold on, let me light my. But he was the real deal, from the blues.
Nothing like a good pipe
old-
tobacco from Churchill.
Old days, and there was so many of them dudes over there, man. That I got Blues 101 over there, man. I had no knowledge that
Yeah.
it was like that,
Yeah, I wasn't real familiar with the blues till I, settled in up here.
Yeah,
And a lot
yeah.
of my friends were in that whole circle and still are.
Yep.
But
As far as it goes, your early years of playing, this is what I'm trying to get to. Is I just wanted to know because, it's so rare for a youngster, maybe 17 years old or something, that just starting out in music, to have a piano player in the band. In those days, we're all from the 70s, 80s, and 90s and stuff. But
right.
I just, you could find guitar players and bass players and drummers all day long, but a good piano player or somebody that even wants to start, how did that feel?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that I was the oddball in the whole spectrum of things. And because I listened to these bands, all these rock bands and stuff, and I didn't hear that, stuff, but I still dug it. I loved hearing the guitar and all that, and people wailing. But there was this one band that they played on this underground station at home called, and they were from Cleveland, called Damnation of Adam Blessing. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they were a big regional band. They got four albums out. Man, I was just so into this band, and the singer has a really unique voice. Well, a friend of mine in Cleveland ended up hooking me up with those guys, and
He's breaking
they
stuff now.
the band had split up, and they were like reforming a new band. And this is my chance. You know? So anyway, I was in for a minute, and I was driving to Cleveland every weekend and rehearsing with these guys in their basement, and I thought, and these guys were, to me, were rock stars.
Yeah.
You know? And so I don't know. We practiced like the whole summer, and then suddenly it just fell apart. Nothing happened. I don't know. I think the singer went through divorce or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but everybody in the band scattered around the country. The two guys that I like, the leaders of the band, they moved to Texas. The drummer moved to Texas. They're just all over. So that kind of fell apart. So on a weird whim, I came to Detroit, and the idea was, see, I played in a roller skating rink for a few years. If you can imagine
Skate
that.
a little lower now.
Yeah, right. And this was in Lima, Ohio, called the Dixie Roller Rink, which, you know, just that word kind of was a prelude to what was to come, you know. And
Yeah, right.
it was kind of odd. And so I played there, and somebody said, man, they're having this meeting for country artists and radio stations. It's some kind of meeting. It's going to be in Toledo. You might want to go check it out, and you might get a gig out of it. And I didn't know anything about getting gigs or this or that, you know, but okay, I'll go for it.
Yeah.
I drove up there. What do I have to lose, you know? And I hooked up with some guy from Milan who was a guitar player, country singer, kind of like a Johnny Cash, very simple. And he had his girlfriend that he lived with was the singer, and he was putting a band together. So I went up to his house, and all I had was this little Wurlitzer piano about this big, you know. If you remember those old
And
black Wurlitzers
Yeah.
with the four legs.
Right.
Yeah.
And they made guitars too, what cracked me up.
Yeah.
I did not know they made them, but go ahead.
That's all I had. And he's like, that's fine, you know. That's all you need. He didn't care. So we started gigging, and most of our gigs were in Canada, over in Windsor.
Oh yeah, Danny's Canadian Club.
we played
and
there.
Sarnia, up
There
the
was a
Snowbird.
place like right on the river.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of that, but
That was
played there a
Danny's
lot.
Canadian Club. You could see it from
up in Leamington. Yeah.
But we
Leamington was
started
the
playing over there, and then we finally
Village Inn.
started playing in Detroit on 4th Street, down in Detroit at the Hollywood Lounge. And it's not there anymore, but it was a pretty rough place.
Yeah.
We played there, and I'd see people just get the hell beat out of them right in front of me on the dance floor. You know, I'm like, oh my God. And I'd never seen anything like it. So,
But you were going to beat them with a Wurlitzer if they ended up on stage.
Hey, I hate to stop this though, but I think that during the initial part of this interview, there was a intro playing through the whole thing.
Not again.
No, and I was just sitting here and I was looking and I'm seeing this other level keep hitting and I'm wondering, what the hell? And I looked over here at the vertical sources and I see the intro was on. Look, this is what happened.
And
You see this now? This is what I seen.
okay, so can't you delete that?
Yeah, well, we're not going to be able to delete off the record. I'm gonna stop.
far back.
I'm gonna stop.
I want to say hi to Christine Stone, baby. I want to talk to you soon.
Yeah,
That's going to be it.
We might have to just do this a little bit over again. But what I want to do is stop it, and I'm gonna stop the recording, stop the streaming,
And listen to it.